Good afternoon, sir. And who am I with?
Good afternoon. I'm Yasha, the owner at Rex Watches.
And what makes your business special?
I think the two biggest things on my business that separates me from most people on 47th Street is one, I have the biggest Rolex inventory on 47th Street, the largest amount. And secondly is our integrity, that we back every watch we sell. We've never had issues with clientele, and we are always supportive of any client's wishes after they buy a watch, not just when they're buying a watch.
And what kind of Rolexes are people looking for at the moment that are difficult to find in the market?
Most people today are looking for like fresh watches, meaning brand new 2024s. Believe it or not, right now stainless steel 2024s are hard to come by. So anytime we get anything in that's a steel model, we sell them pretty quickly for well above retail price.
And you talked about your reputation and the way that your watches are, could you say kosher?
Yes.
Is that
Well,
okay?
we back all our watches. That's what we say. Meaning, like if a customer buys a watch, they're not happy, we give a 30-day return policy. I'm sorry, a 30-day exchange policy, and then we also give a 1-year warranty on every watch we sell. Meaning, we're not selling you broken watches and stuff like that. We're always going to take care of anything up to a year.
And do the people who come to buy watches from you, are they people from New York? Are they tourists? Or they knew you from online presence? How do they come to you?
They're all over the country and world. I mean, we're online. We're on Instagram, Mr. Yasha 78. We are on TikTok with at Rex Watches. So we have a lot of clientele that come. I do videos myself. We're doing this lovely video right now, but a lot of people do recognize us for being online, and of course, we have the local clientele as well.
Why are you in this business?
It's funny. I used to be an attorney before
Really?
this business. Yes.
Me too. I used to be
Really?
a shipping lawyer.
That's so funny. I was a
Charter
matrimonial.
parties and bills of lading.
I was a matrimonial lawyer before this, and then it was first time I had money to buy a watch. I bought a Rolex, and 6 months later, I traded in the Rolex, and I got full value back. So what happened was I thought for a second, hey, this is cool. I can buy watches and trade them in and not really lose much money. So sooner or later, I turned it into a business. I started investing on the side in the watches, and now I'm here.
And do you think it helps you in business to have been an ex-lawyer? You're still a lawyer, you're still an attorney.
So I still have my license. I don't practice. I haven't practiced since 2017, but I think it helps. I mean, listen, it helps. I think it helps you with the professionalism. It helps you with people having a more comfortable feeling around you. And we are on 47th Street. There's not many people here that speak articulately. Let's just be honest. So I'm happy that I was able to have that educational background.
You speak incredibly articulately, very educated, polite,
Thank you.
softly spoken.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And what kind of clientele would you say that you're for? Because often watches are bought mainly by men and jewelry more by women. Is that right?
It's correct. I mean, we have watches. I'd say we're probably 90% male dominant in clientele. We do have women. We do sell Cartier watches. We sell Bulgari watches. So we do have, and Rolex, of course. But so we do have women clientele. But I think for the most part, it's men. I would say average age is probably 30 up until about 55, 60.
And how would you say that within the male market it's diverse and inclusive? Do you have all different nationalities and cultures buying watches? There are different type of watch for different type of culture?
I absolutely. So it's crazy. Ever since we've been online, I've seen a vast majority of different cultures come in. It's from any wake of life, really. And that's the cool thing that I see every day is that you will get people from, Caucasian, we'll get African American, Hispanic, we'll get Middle Eastern. We get everything, and for the most part, I would say there are certain watches for certain markets. Like for example, Asia, the Asian market, they like smaller size watches. If you're going to the U.S., they like the bigger size watches. If you're looking for a professional, they're looking for one of the leather strap watches or a stainless steel Rolex sport model. That's like kind of the gist that we see as far as what they gear towards. But sometimes we're surprised. Someone will come in wearing a suit from Wall Street and they'll want a watch with diamonds on it. Right? Something you wouldn't expect, but it does happen.
It's okay. And are you here to advise me on which watch would be good for me? Or do people come in here and know what the watch they want? They just want to get not just a good deal, but a legitimate, proper watch, full box and papers. What are they looking for? Advice or just the assurance that they're getting what they're supposed to be getting?
Yeah, so we get most of the time, I'd say it's 50-50. 50% of the time people say, hey, they come and say, do you have a Daytona? Do you have a GMT? Do you have a Submariner? The other 50%, they'll say, okay, what's the best thing I can get for around 10,000 or 5,000, or I'm looking for a gift for my wife. What do you have in the $8,000 range? And then we'll gear them towards that section. Boxing papers, for the most part, I would say if it's a newer watch, people want boxing papers. If it's an older, more vintage watch, they don't care as much. But we see both sides of it, and then we gear them. Again, we have over just downstairs here, we have over 1,000 watches. So we basically have anything for anybody.
Wow. And as somebody who's running their own business, what advice would you give for people who are perhaps starting, not just in the watch game or the jewelry game, but in business in general, perhaps for younger people? What would you say is your advice? When you were turning, were you an employee and now you're...
No, I started out of law school as an employee, but then I own my own firm.
Yeah. Oh, right, that's great.
Yeah, I did
that. So
you've
had
for about 8
experience
years.
in 2 different types of business.
Correct. So, I mean, my advice to people, the things that I always go by are first is be honest. I think that, every clean dollar will bring about 100 more clean dollars. That's the way I always go by it. So I think not only in the watch business, but any business, be honest. Don't get yourself into too much debt. Don't be that person where you want to be that person that people want to do business with you. They want to respect you and you want to respect them. So at the end of the day, if you have a deal, close the deal. If you agree on something, go through with that agreement. Sometimes in business, you're going to get hurt with something that you don't want to do, whether it's financially or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, if you keep your word, people will respect that way more.
That's a very nice message.
Yeah.
And you're present on social networks. Is this essential for you? Because I see that maybe some people in the street are a little bit more discreet, some people are a little bit more online. How does it work?
Yeah, so for me, my social media, I use it more as an advertising thing. I want people to know me, understand me, know who I am, and then I'll let them make the decision on whether they are in the market for a watch, if they're going to come to me or not. I don't really use social media as doing any type of like fake content or doing any type of promotions outside of deals that I can give to people. I see some people doing things way out of the realm of business, and that's to each their own. But for me, it's more like, this is me, this is who I am, this is some of my inventory. Come on by, and again, you don't have to buy a watch. Just come say hi, and that's what I want people to understand about me.
And would you say that there's anything on social networks that you could do that is perhaps above and beyond just promoting your business and selling your product? Is there anything that, for example, Muhammad Ali, the American boxer, he isn't just famous as a boxer, he also talked about social causes. Is that something that you're interested in or something you participate in?
I think it's a great thing to do. I think you need to have the following and you need to have the support and the strength to go behind that. So I don't really get involved with too much personal stuff on social media. Just again, like I feel like for someone me and my age, I'm more dedicated towards promoting who I am and again, promoting my business on who we are. But again, I don't have any issues with that. I just am not the type of person to really get into too many personal things on social media.
And just one final thing, is there anything you'd like to tell us online, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, etc., that we haven't asked you about so far? Is there anything you'd like to say? Is there anything you'd like to sell us, to promote anything? Do you have any special offers?
Yeah. I mean, we on my social media, we do deals videos twice a week. But I will say this, if you do check out this content and you refer to this content, we'll give you a $250 discount on any watch that you buy.
Wow.
How about that?
A $250 discount.
Yes.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking to you.
Absolutely.
You're an elegant gentleman.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it. And you have an amazing selection of Rolexes here. And it's the biggest one in the street.
Biggest one in the street.
Wow, that's a lot of money tied up there.
Yes. But that's my business. That's what you got to invest in yourself.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Boom. That's it.